But now is the time to stand up and accept the challenge and move forward in unison, which we are by the grace of God in the last more than 1 year. And then smuggling has been another cancerous problem for Pakistan. And it was said that this is one area that can never be plugged. I can assure you, my very honorable officers, that alhamdulillah, in the last 1 year, there is significant reduction in smuggling. And again, I would say the credit goes to, in this particular case, mostly to Field Marshal Shehbaz Sharif. To Afghanistan, we used to have smuggled sugar. I'm giving you one example of billions of rupees. This year, we have exported to Afghanistan sugar worth $211 million. Otherwise, this amount of sugar would have been, under normal circumstances, smuggled to Afghanistan, and not a dime would have been recovered and put in the exchequer. This is one shining example which can be replicated in every walk of life, every sphere of life. Again, what it demands the will to do. Otherwise, we have everything under the sun to convert this land into the most beautiful and most progressive land around the globe. Then, in power sector, there is massive leakage, pilferage, चोरी होती है बिजली 500 अरब रुपए की साल की. फिर वो IPPs, they have made their profits. This is the first time that these IPP agreements have been renegotiated. And coupled with other steps we have taken, alhamdulillah, 2 months ago, I announced a respite of ₹7 per unit in electricity tariff across the board. So these examples I have quoted here not to impress you, but for your kind consideration that this is how nation can be built by the grace of God. Then we are moving in crypto and blockchain technologies. We are fast moving towards motion of information technology, spending huge sums of monies to train our HR. For example, 1,000 agri-engineers, fresh graduates from all the 4 provinces of Pakistan are being sent to China to acquire modern technology in the field of agriculture. Imagine Pakistan, an agrarian economy, and yet at times we are exporting wheat, at times we are importing wheat, at times we are exporting sugar, at times we are importing sugar. These are the challenges, and these challenges have to be met with full commitment, like I've just mentioned a few examples. Drop a few drops in the ocean, like drop by drop, it will become a flowing river by the grace of God. My dear officers, terrorism is another challenge. We have lost 90,000 great Pakistanis in the process. Are very brave soldiers, officers, civilians, doctors, engineers, mothers, sons, and politicians, doctors, scientists. All of them have paid huge price, human life, and we lost business economic losses of $150 billion over these decades. And I think there cannot be a bigger manifestation of our commitment to defeat this menace, which was researched back in 2018 in KP, here in Balochistan, and sparsely some on other parts of Pakistan. Again, paying their lives to defeat this menace. And today again, you are standing before this menace, and inshallah, through your great efforts, inshallah, we will be able to overpower this scoundrel for all time to come, inshallah. Another 2 points on diplomatic front, alhamdulillah, our outreach is consolidating, and our traditional friends are, inshallah, are very well engaged with us, and partnerships in counterterrorism, partnerships in investment trade, all these subjects are being discussed with them proactively. But let me say, a time-tested friendship with China, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, UAE, Turkey, Qatar, Iran, Azerbaijan, and other Central Asian states are growing even stronger as we are ready to build mutually beneficial trade, investment, and economic ties. China is the most time-tested friend of Pakistan. Saudi Arabia is one of the most reliable, trustworthy friend of Pakistan. And so are others, Turkey, Qatar, UAE. But let me make this point abundantly clear. They expect us now to engage them in trade, in commerce, innovation, research and development, education, health, investments, and profitable ventures, mutually beneficial. And they no more expect that we go there with a begging bowl. And I am the last person, along with Field Marshal Sayyid Asim Munir, to carry this burden anymore on my shoulder, because it ultimately translates on the shoulders of this great nation. So what is the answer? The answer is pure and simple, that the natural resources, human resources, Allah Almighty has blessed us with, we must make full use of it and deploy them for these very profitable ventures. And if we are able to defeat terrorism, if we are able to put the nation together, which is united like never before, and if we are absolutely clear in our vision that we have to promote export-led growth, we must not promote those idling units in Pakistan who are not making profits but having a rental business out of huge walls of imported tariff to give them protection. These are details, I'm not going into it. Suffice it to say that there is, sky is the limit for us to, alhamdulillah, be ready with these large investments. We are carving our path forward, our way forward on these lines. And one day soon, inshallah, if we really act on this way forward, a day will dawn soon, inshallah. Look at Japan and Germany. What happened in the Second World War? They were annihilated. During the Second World War, they lost their cities after cities. And then, with their iron resolve, they converted their defeat into hard work and untiring efforts. And within 60 years, 70 years, they have touched the zenith of glory through untiring efforts, through blood and through sweat. And today, Germany and Japan, they count amongst the first 10 most growing economies in the world. Why can't we be? I think it's a question we have to ponder over. And I can tell you, if we seriously and sincerely ponder over this question, the answer is loud and clear. जब अपना काफिला अज़्म व यकीन से निकलेगा, जब अपना काफिला अज़्म व यकीन से निकलेगा, जहाँ से चाहेंगे रास्ता वहीं से निकलेगा, वतन की मट्टी मुझे एड़ियाँ रगड़ने दे, मुझे यकीन है चश्मा यहीं से निकलेगा. This is how we have to move forward. There is no other way. Finally, I'd like to say, your journey is here as a continuation of a long legacy of your predecessors who held high the flag of Pakistan not only in combat, but were also at the call of duty in times of floods, earthquakes, and other natural disasters. And more recently, and in this tenure, you have contributed immensely in all facets of nation building, including trade, economy, and investment. I also wish to honor the quiet strength in each one of you and your families who bear their own burden of sacrifices. The mother who sends her son to a freezing outpost, the wife who raises a family while her husband serves on the frontier, the child who grows up cherishing medals instead of memories. They may not wear the uniform, but their patriotism is embroidered in every thread of our national fabric. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to conclude with a parting thought. We have chosen a path of selfless service, one that demands courage, fortitude, loyalty, and sacrifice. In your hands lie not just the safety and security of our borders, but the very ethos of Islamic Republic of Pakistan. May you always be guided by integrity, duty, and faith. May your courage inspire generations to come, and may your outstanding service shine forever as a beacon of hope and pride for this great nation. May Allah Almighty protect you and our beloved homeland, Pakistan, Zindabad.
वज़ीर-ए-आज़म शहबाज शरीफ का कमांड एंड स्टाफ कॉलेज कोयटा में फ़ौजी अफसरान से खिताब। उन्होंने कहा कि पाकिस्तान को दरपेश खतरात रवायती मैदान जंग तक महदूद नहीं है। पाकिस्तान ने हालिया भारतीय जारहियत का सिर्फ जवाब नहीं दिया बल्कि बाजी ही पलट दी।